Did you have a hard time getting back up again? Find out what it means.
Kelly Starrett, who has a PhD in physical therapy, is the author of Desk-Bound, Standing Up to a Sitting World If You Have a Desk Job. This book is a veritable goldmine of helpful guidance that can improve your health and well-being. Kelly is one of the leaders in the CrossFit movement, and stresses the importance of proper body mechanics, both in and outside the gym. In Desk-Bound, Kelly quotes research from Dr. James Levine showing that for every hour you sit down, your life expectancy decreases by 2 hours. For comparison, every cigarette smoked reduces life expectancy by 11 minutes. That means sitting down is far more hazardous to your health than smoking, a shocking revelation for most, I'm sure. However, Kelly notes that you cannot simply replace sitting with standing. Your body was designed for full range of motion, and simply standing does not optimize your physiology either. Also, sitting can be beneficial, when done right. In other words, there's a skill to sitting in a way that's beneficial to health. There's a well-validated study showing that your ability to rise off the floor from a seated position can predict your risk for early mortality. If you have to use both hands and knees, or use something to help you get up off the floor, chances are you may be weak or have poor range of motion. Your hips and spine are like the chassis of the body machine. If you have a bend in the chassis, you will automatically experience downgraded function around your spine, because the spine is prioritized during movement. To correct your posture, squeeze your buttocks. This will reorient your pelvis into the proper shape in relationship to your lumbar. This alone will improve the function of your hips and shoulders. As you squeeze your buttocks, you will feel the outside of your legs tighten, and your feet will feel like they're pulling outward. This corrects the relationship between your femur and your pelvis, making your pelvis more stable on the femur, and your lumbar more stable on your pelvis. Your body is a neurobiological mechanical system. Much of the pain, decreased mobility and stiffness people experience is not pathological. In most cases, it's simply the result of inefficient or incomplete movement. One way to improve your body mechanics is by sitting tall. When your body mechanics are efficient, your body has to compensate less, which translates into less tightness and pain. For example, if you turn your feet out when walking, one of the things that happens is that your calves aren't working properly. Some of the muscles are shortened, others are extended, and some of the musculature that supports your arch has to work overtime, all because your body is trying to compensate for the improper foot alignment. Duck walking may even be a cause of bunions, as it places excess weight forces on that part of your foot. As Kelly notes, all tissues in your body should be painless when moderate compression is applied. If you use a foam roller on your leg, glutes, back or shoulders, and experience pain, you have unnatural stiffness in your body. To release the stiffness, contract the muscle while leaning into the foam roller for about 5 seconds, then release. Continue that contract and relax cycle until you feel those tissues start to relax and become less painful. Soft tissue work causes a big parasympathetic response in your body. What this means is it gets you out of your sympathetic fight or flight mode, allowing your body to down-regulate into recovery mode. Essentially, you can simulate the relaxation response you get from a massage by doing 10 or 15 minutes of soft tissue work on a foam roller. While it's always great to get worked on by a professional, Kelly points out that it's actually more beneficial to do your own work consistently than getting, say, one massage every 2 weeks. Because what happens during the 13 days in between massage sessions? A few minutes of soft tissue work on a foam roller every day is likely to produce better, more lasting results. When you first start out, it's fairly unreasonable to think you'll be able to stand up all day when you're used to sitting down at work. Start by standing for 20 minutes a day. Do that for a week. The following week, bump it up to 40 minutes a day. The third week, make it a full hour. You need to give your body a chance to get used to the new loads and demands. At the end of each day, do 10 to 15 minutes worth of soft tissue work on a foam roller to soften any tight spots. Kelly explains, an even better option would be to sit on the floor in a variety of different positions, which will help increase your flexibility and range of motion. Kelly has a chapter in his book that discusses how to implement this transition. Also, don't get caught up in the idea that you cannot stand up at work unless you have an expensive stand-up desk. I highly recommend Kelly's book, Desk-Bound: Standing Up to a Sitting World. He also has a YouTube channel called Mobility WOD, which stands for Workout of the Day. The interventions he suggests are not only powerful, they're also inexpensive, in most cases free. When you consider the well-documented benefits of movement over sitting, implementing these strategies is really one of the best types of health insurance you can get.